Okay.
Here we are.
We are live.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so
Good
much.
evening.
Good evening,
Good
guys. What's up?
So, good evening, everybody. We are here in company of Beatrice Bini of CONSTRAINT and also many other projects that she will tell us about later. And first of all, Beatrice, it's awesome to have you with us. How are you in these weird times? How are you during these weird times? How are you doing?
Fine. I'm fine. I'm still going to the conservatory for lessons. We have a big room, so we can be distant from each other. There is a pianist, then the teacher, and then me, far away from each other. And I'm preparing my graduation, which will be in November. So I'm also studying for some exams of the autumn session, and I'm also doing something for my bands, which I will tell you about later. And also giving some singing lesson, which is very fun.
That's
and I'm trying to go on with my projects and respecting the rules and so on, and creating something new also. But it's difficult to think to everything at the same time. So I'm focusing more on my graduation. Then I will focus more on composition. For now, maybe my guitarist is writing more than me, and I'm angry about that. I want to propose more ideas, but it's a time where I concentrate more on my graduation, because I have to give the final exams in the conservatory, and then I still have to decide what to do, but I will take some time to decide properly what to do.
Okay, that's great. So a lot of stuff going on since.
Yes.
Okay,
but
that's great.
I want to sing, to teach music and work with music. I'm sure about this, but I will see how to do this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great. It seems you are very active, and it's very important for our job, for a musician, after all the stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's great.
Okay.
We have already some friends online who wants to say hi to you.
Hi.
There is Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Hey there, man.
Yessi Caballero.
Hey, Yessi.
Yessi.
I don't know how to pronounce this one. Heiko. Okay.
Aus Deutschland. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch auch.
Oh, that's great.
Parlatemi no! Massimiliano, poi gli altri non capiscono, poi Heiko si arrabbia. Perché già l'altra volta abbiamo parlato solo italiano.
You have to be international.
Yeah. We want to be understandable for everyone.
Yes.
Also, hello to Giulia.
Yeah.
Ciao, Giulia.
Okay, we already have a lot of people. Mauro, how are you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, man, I'm okay, especially after I turn on my moon.
Okay.
Wow. I also have a similar thing at home.
Yeah?
A similar moon, yeah. Because my father is very interested in astronomy, and I also gave him a present, which is the Death Star of Star Wars. With the
awesome!
We have the moon and the Death Star. Yes.
Yeah, your father is more cool than me. Yeah. But I'm okay. I'm starting to work on the schools, so started working again. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you work with the plexiglass? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
I also started my lesson today in one of my schools, so I'm very happy about it. It's a good sign for
Yes.
the restarting on of everything. Hopefully, we won't have another lockdown. Let's keep our finger crossed. We'll see what's going on, but this is very good sign of hope. Why we try to keep all
Yeah.
the safety procedure.
I really hope it
To,
won't be another lockdown because I live for live music. So
yeah,
I could do something online, but it's not my thing. No.
me
I
too.
prefer to do live music and
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all agree with that. Yeah.
absolutely. So people, be careful because we want to come back live and we want
yeah,
to feel
hopefully.
more
Energy.
more energy. Absolutely. Okay, let's say hello also to
Yeah.
Ibrahim Del Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello,
And also,
hello, Rain.
I see that Yessi called you Mauro, the keeper of the Black Moon.
The keeper of
And
the
Yeah. Yeah. She's right. She's white right now, but now it's black. So yes.
and also Icon says, Hi Bea, du sprichst sehr gut Deutsch.
Dankeschön. He
Okay.
says I'm talking well Deutsch, German. Yes, I speak in
Okay.
German well, but it's not true. Thank you anyway, because I studied it, but I can write it. But since I never practice it, I cannot speak German fluently. So I'm like, ich bin Beatrice.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, let's start with our question for you, Beatrice.
Mhm.
There are a bit of questions about your life, your career, and then we will go on talking about your musical projects. First of all, when did you start singing and how?
Ah, I used to sing when I was a little child, but then when I start to be aware of myself and so on, I stopped singing because I was too shy, too introvert. So, like at 7 years old, I stopped singing for a long time. Then, when I was 13, I felt the need to express myself also in singing because I used to play the French horn because before
Oh,
singing.
that's great.
Yes, because maybe I needed a bigger voice or something that sang for me because I was too shy. So, but I've always felt the need to express myself in music and with my voice. So I took the courage to ask my parents to go to singing lessons, and they were like very stunned, like, what? You? Because I was really shy. So I started to go to singing lesson at 14.
Mhm.
Um, and this teacher told me to go to the conservatory, but at 14 I wasn't ready. And also you cannot go to the conservatory if you're a singer before 16 because the voice is not ready. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I enrolled at 16 in the conservatory. At first, it was a bit boring because of music reading and so on. But
Okay.
I think it's really useful. Now I say I really thank my teacher and my parents for this journey because otherwise I would lack some culture, some means that are really helpful, also in metal, also in other genres. So
Uh-huh,
reading
okay.
music, knowing harmony, music theory, music history is always helpful. I think you should not uh, always follow the rules or the schemes, but you should know these things and use them in the way you prefer. So knowledge is never dangerous. It's better to know more, because some people tell me, oh, maybe you lose your intuition. It's not true. You use better your intuition. You have more means to use it. So I'm really glad for this journey. And since I was 16, I am in the conservatory, and I'm always finished this year. So now I'm 24, and in the meantime, I also studied other genres with some other teachers, because I'm really curious. So sometimes I went to master classes also about extreme vocals, so growl and scream and so on. And I also went to some rock metal teachers like Michele Luppi, just a few lessons. And also to Lorena Fontana, which is a jazz singer. And she knows every musical genre. So she helped me to face other singing styles, because when I recorded my first album, I didn't have a very good technique, because I lacked something, and also I couldn't face other genres different than classical singer. So it was a little bit boring for me. I wanted to have more means of expression. So I went to a lot of lessons, master classes, and also talked with many singers. And it's always good to share experience, share info, knowledge, and so on. Then I made also a lot of mistakes and had some also physical problems and so on, that helped me to understand mistakes. So I started also giving some singing lessons, because I made a lot of mistakes that I had to solve. And now I know how to solve them, because I wasn't born, as we say in Italian, nata imparata. I wasn't born with the knowledge. So I had to do a lot of studying, a lot of mistakes to reach a better technique. So so yes, I basically have a lot of different inputs in my musical journey, because I think the beautiful thing about metal is that you can choose your singing style. There is not a prepared fixed singing style like in other genres. I think you can do whatever you want. You can be like Tarja, maybe, of Nightwish. You can be more rock like Lizzie Aid from Maelstrom. You can do anything, with your voice in metal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because in metal music, I think every kind of powerful vocal suits. So like opera, like rock or musical voice, which has belting and so on, and also extreme vocals. And but also when you sing very softly, it can work in some kind of sections of the music which is softer. So with Constraint, we tried in some songs to have softer sections, so that I could sing a little bit softer and not just opera and huge sounds. So you can use your voice, every shade of your voice.
Yes, very dynamic.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's interesting what you said about all your techniques, what you learned, how you grew with vocal technique. Well, there is somebody I would like to ask an opinion about it. Okay, can you hear me? It's okay. Do you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Okay,
sorry. There was little connection problem.
Okay.
Maybe. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, I would like to ask an opinion about what you just said to one friend of us that is passing by right now, and I would like to call her on this chat just to say hi to our friend.
Yes.
And it's our singer Julia that she's with us right now.
Hello, Julia.
guys.
It's a pleasure to meet
Excuse
you.
intrusion.
What?
Excuse for the intrusion.
No, it's a pleasure to meet you all, and it's a pity that we cannot meet at Milady Metal Fest.
Yeah,
But we
absolutely.
will do it in
I know.
the next
I'm
month.
so happy to meet you.
Hopefully.
I'm so happy to meet you now.
Me too. It's a
There will be.
pleasure.
There will be. To
Yeah.
meet
So,
you live. Hi guys, how are you?
we're doing great. And you? I see that you solved your connection problem.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I
maybe.
can hear,
I
I
really
can hear
don't
you
know.
and see you very well right now. So, how
Yes,
are you
we
doing?
had a lot of technical connection problems last time, so I'm back again. Just for a few minutes because I'm alone with a baby. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to say hello to all of you. Of course, to
Hello.
Beatrice. I've listened to some of your experiences, and I think that we have a lot of similar experiences. We will talk about it in the future.
But yeah, sure.
It's
With
very
pleasure.
interesting.
It will be
It's very
interesting.
interesting.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So, hi guys. I'll be back
Okay.
again.
Hi,
I'll be
Julia.
back again, and
But okay, I can see the. Oh my God! I just discovered where is the comment section. Sorry.
Oh, great!
Sorry.
No
Okay,
problem.
okay.
No
Don't
problem. No
worry,
problem.
no problem.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
A lot of
Okay.
Yeah, Mauro.
Okay.
yeah, I was going to ask to Julia, how are you? How are you passing these days?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, guys, can we talk about another thing, please?
Yeah.
There
Oh,
is
no,
no. There are some questions about the constraint, but we will tackle them later, right?
Yeah.
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 yes,
Okay.
I'm here just for a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But I
Okay.
We
wanted
just-
to tell Andre and Heiko that I will answer later.
Yeah, they know
Okay.
it. They are
They
very
know it.
yeah,
Okay.
because they are great fans of our live chat, so they know that we will answer to every comment that anybody would write
Okay.
right there. So no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Just have a nice chat.
Thank you so much.
Remember to be good with the girl.
Absolutely, we are gentlemen.
Behave yourself. I see you. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll be back. I'll be back for the next chat, and
Okay, thank
I will talk. I will write to you, Beatrice.
Very
Okay.
with pleasure. Thank you so much. See you later. See you soon.
Thanks,
See
Julia.
you.
Bye.
See you. Enjoy.
Bye.
See you
Good night,
soon.
guys.
Have a great evening.
Good night.
Bye.
So that was a nice surprise, actually. But let's go on with the question and the comments for you,
Yeah.
Beatrice. We see that there are a lot of comments, so let's start
start.
to read something
Yeah.
about that.
Let's
Okay.
start from this delicate question. Andrew says that today it's World Suicide Prevention Day, and
Yes.
he wants to ask to you, did any of Constraint songs touch the subject?
in an implicit metaphorical way, yes. It's not explicit, but there are a lot of metaphors about death and rebirth. So if something can be compared to this, yes, because I write in a particular way which is very open. So it's a bit cryptical sometimes, and it's open, so it can be interpreted in many ways.
Okay.
So, in the album, there is a sort of inner journey, which starts from kind of existential crisis and goes through a metaphoric death of the old ego, a kind of suicide maybe, but it's not physical, it's not a physical suicide, but it can be compared to suicide because it's psychological, metaphorical way of describing it. So it's the journey of someone who wants to get rid of his old ego, of something bad inside, and grow and go to another step of consciousness, and be the owner of his life, be the creator of his life, of his journey, because the crisis starts from the awareness that life is something we cannot it's something we cannot control. It's something beyond our understanding. It's also the concept of constraint describes the existential condition of the human being, which maybe has a limitless imagination, has a lot of dreams, wants to live eternally and so on. And it contrasts with the condition of the human being, which is mortal, which is finite, which limited. So the constraint is the condition of the human being. And it's a limit, but this limit can be useful to create art also, because you can channel this energy, this infinite energy we have, you can channel and create art with it, constraining it in a shape. So it can be a negative but also positive concept.
Yeah, absolutely.
And art is something that can save our lives. For me, it's exactly that, because I've always had a strange personality which didn't fit with my schoolmates maybe. So I've never felt at ease, maybe in the society with other people and so on. And art was my means to survive it, to survive my difference to the other people, my strangeness and so on. So it can be a positive concept too.
Yeah, it's a kind of a suicide of the ego. So you can reborn as a new human being, more connected with the earth, with the universe, something like that.
Yes. And also in the core song of the album, which is the one with the beautiful video clip, because the other song still don't have a video clip because of the lockdown, but I'm still planning them. But the core song, which is the big band, it's a big end, which is the suicide of the ego, but also a band, which is a wordplay, which describes a change, something that bends and changes.
Yeah.
So that can be also metaphorical, can be just a change. And yes, it's a kind of suicide because something changes in the consciousness and then it grows towards another step. Until the last song, which is about be the creator, be the owner of your life, even if life is tragical, which is something that also Greek philosopher understand, because the human being is limited. So intrinsically, life is something tragical, but we can do what we want with our lives. We can be strong. We can do our best to improve the world, to improve ourselves. So it's about strength. It's about a rebirth. It's just it's about living in the better way that you can do.
You can. Yes. Do you know the author Eckhart Tolle? Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
That author, he's a spiritual author, and a lot of these concepts are very similar to those that you just tell us. And
yes, I should read something. I just know him by name, but I should read something. Thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah, you can find something interesting, and you may find some, let's say, explanation of what you feel, because it's a feeling and it's hard to describe. It's a feeling that you want to describe, but how do you feel in the world? How do you feel in life? And how do you want to evolve? And this guy had an experience that was suicidal, actually, and he was really near to suicide. He stopped just a step before suicide, and he had sort of enlightenment. And since then, he started to describe his life experience, and it's amazing. I just suggest you the book, The Power of Now, and also A New Earth.
Okay, I will read it.
Yeah, they're very enlightening as books.
If I forget, I will write you a message. If I forget the title, The Power of Now.
Okay.
If we talk about spiritual awareness, Eckhart Tolle is one of the most wanted. You have to read it. One of his books, of course.
I will.
Okay, let's say if there is some other comments here, Mauro. What do you think?
We have Ibrahim, who says, "Always nice watching your live videos, guys. You're such an inspiration, and I definitely took your advice, Mauro." Great, Ibrahim. Practicing every day, and thanks, Simon. I'm not giving up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we are very happy when we succeed in inspiring you guys.
That's a goal.
Yeah. We have a question from Heiko. Will the new album be a continuation of Tides of Entropy or another concept album?
Of Tides of Entropy. I don't think it will be a continuation, because Tides of Entropy, it's a kind of cycle, a circle, something that is okay, apparently has a beginning and an end, but it also has a symmetry, also a musical symmetry, because the intro and the outro are both orchestral. No, the intro starts with just the orchestra, then there is a progressive metal part, and the outro starts with the progressive metal part and the orchestral section then. And it also has a symmetry in the titles, in the themes of the songs. So it's like a circle, something closed in itself. And I think there will be another concept album. We are thinking about it, and I think it will be longer, and it will be maybe a bit more complicated. So you will have to wait a little bit, because we like to do difficult to make more difficult our lives. Okay, so it will be, yes, another concept album, but not a sequel of the of Tides of Entropy,
Okay.
because it's
Okay.
another phase, it's another place, another mental situation. It's an upgrade. Basically.
Okay.
I hope it will be an upgrade. Let's see.
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay, let's say hello to some guys like Umair,
Hi,
Hey,
Yeah.
Humayun.
hi everyone.
our friend Kyle.
Hey,
Hi,
Kyle.
Another question from Heiko, who asks about the Milady Metal Fest.
Tough question.
Well,
Michael,
we will
We
see.
will have to wait
Yeah.
to know what will be the situation with the coronavirus and so on. So when we have news, we will tell you immediately. I would like to have news too. So we have to wait a little
Yeah,
bit.
us too. We'd like to have.
But I would
news.
suggest you not to plan your trips yet. Wait about the official date, and then you can plan the trip. Because there are some friends that come from abroad, also Gerd from Belgium, which isn't here, but there are some people who come to Milady from abroad, from Germany, from Belgium. So I would suggest them not to buy the plane tickets and so on, because the date is still not certain.
Confirmed.
Right?
Okay.
Unfortunately, yeah, we have to be patient.
Yes. We would like to play more often, really, but it's a problem.
Yeah, we too. Okay, Kai says, I sadly haven't heard much Constraint yet, but Beatrice has a lovely voice. Well, man, this is the great occasion to know them. Let's check out them and also the other projects from Beatrice. You'll know about them. Okay, and then Kais also say, I have depression, sorry man, and songs like that, and music in general, I've been through it. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
Music
true.
is here for that.
Yes,
It's a
music
good-
has the power to do a lot of things, to solve a lot of problems, and like to give you energy, also give you motivation, makes you feel less alone, makes you feel understood, makes you feel at ease, and it's really good to have such a variety of music in the world, because everyone can find his own style, his own the music that makes him feel comfortable. So it's amazing.
Yeah,
And
I
also
see.
it's really amazing to do music, to create music. It's such an amazing process, also a therapeutical process for me, like a healing process. So I wouldn't need a psychotherapy or so on, because I have music. Otherwise I think I would go crazy in this world without music and art. I would go completely crazy.
I see that the guy from Belgium, you said,
Yeah.
I guess
Gerd, you are
he's here,
here.
yeah.
You haven't said anything. Thank you.
We have also Stefano Gamba. Hi,
Hi,
guys.
Stefano.
Ciao Stefano.
A big hug to Beatrice.
Grazie.
And Yessi,
Non
who,
sei in ritardo, stiamo ancora. We are still talking.
At the beginning.
who asks, what song would you recommend to someone that is new to your music?
I think the big band, it's okay to start because it gives you the idea of our sound, because there is a very characteristic vocal melody which mirrors what I always do, and also the violin, also the orchestra, the progressive metal part. So I think it's a song that represents well our sound. And also, it's not so long, it's not so complicated, so it's not catchy too, but I think it's a good taste of our music.
Okay, that's great. Good suggestion. And also, yes, you say hygiene with depression and anxiety, and music does help heal the soul and helps you feel not alone.
Yes, exactly. It's what
Exactly.
I think too.
That's a perfect statement for
I
music.
see that here there is a very nice question from Jackson, but Jackson, we will be back
God.
to it because, yeah, he is always doing a lot of great questions, but we just take the time to find some answers for
Yeah.
that. In the meanwhile, let's go on with our question, Beatrice, because we just did one. So, what do you think?
What, the song?
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't.
I said, what do you think? We should go on also with our questions in the meanwhile, because we just did one of them.
Oh my God, it's true. Or maybe let's go with the flow. With
Yeah,
I don't know. But Jackson did a very difficult question because I cannot choose 3 songs because there are
Okay,
so
let's
many
read. Let's read it.
genres.
Let's read it.
okay,
Okay.
let's do it then.
Okay.
Okay.
Jackson is the man with the strange questions every time. So imagine you're walking in the woods one evening and suddenly encountered a group of extraterrestrials, and they asked you what music was like on Earth. What 3 songs would you play for them on your phone?
Oh my God, because there are so many musical genres. How can you pick 3 songs?
You have,
Maybe
you have to.
maybe a song from Pink Floyd.
Mhm.
Maybe. Okay. Then a song from Queen, maybe.
Mhm. Which one?
I don't know. Maybe Bohemian Rhapsody,
Oh.
which has a lot of sections and so on. Then, well, there are so many musical genres. I don't know.
Well, I will choose something from classical music, something
Yes,
from
but
rock music.
they're not songs. They're not songs. They are like bigger composition, like suites or concerts. They're not songs, so I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe Beethoven Symphony. Boh.
Okay.
Sorry, it's Italian.
Yeah, that's a tricky question. I think I would like to let him hear something acoustic, something more
Okay.
more terrestrial, an acoustic
That's
guitar,
rock.
maybe Tommy Emmanuel or something like that,
Yeah.
or Gypsy King.
Yeah.
Do you think,
Nice.
Simon?
It's pretty hard. In my opinion, you should choose 3 songs from 3 different genres.
Jar. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know there aren't only 3 genres in music, so
Yes.
I,
I don't
I
know.
I will choose maybe something from classical music, something from jazz, and something from rock music
Yes.
because
Maybe
they are
yes.
my favorite ones. So maybe I don't know. So what from Miles Davis?
Yes.
Okay, for the jazz. For the rock, maybe wow, that's really hard. But I'm not a great fan of Queen, but they are very representative of the
Yes.
genre.
Yes,
So
they represent.
I will choose Bohemian Rhapsody as well because it's very representative and immediate. And for the classical stuff, I'm not so much into classical music. Maybe something from Mozart or Beethoven, you know.
I think also for those about to rock from SCDC, we salute you. It could be a good song.
Yeah, why not?
Gunfire, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I will choose Vivaldi, the Four Seasons.
Of course.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about them.
It's really a good example.
Jackson says, great answers. Great question, Jackson. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
It was difficult.
So let's go back to our question for you. Which are the artists that moved you to become a professional singer, Beatrice?
That's a tough question because when I started singing, there was just artists that moved me to become a singer, not a professional one, because I didn't know I would follow this path, and
Okay.
I didn't believe in myself because I wasn't good at singing at first. So I didn't know, but I really loved symphonic metal, like Nightwish with Tarja and Epica and Evanescence. So these were the three bands which inspired me at the beginning. Then I had a lot of different influences, from classical to jazz to folk music. I really like Lorena McKennitt's style.
Yeah.
Really folk, really mystical, and also some progressive stuff. But maybe I like Steven Wilson, but I don't like so much his voice. It's a great composer, but not a great singer for me. But he had a really great guest, which is Ninette Taib, which is a amazing singer for me. And I did a cover of Routine because I really liked the voice of Ninette, and also the composition style of Steven Wilson. And then I also like very much Pain of Salvation, and I really like
Like
voice.
him.
I really like the voice of Daniel.
Yeah.
But the new album, I'm listening to something, but I'm not so convinced about it.
I'm stuck with the first four albums.
Yes, I like Rapid Lane, The Perfect Element, and stuff like that.
I have them signed. I met them once.
Me too. I met them at Magnolia Circle in Milan. I had to wait a lot, but they signed it.
Yeah, I had a dream about Daniel Guidalo. I was in his house with Simon. I don't know doing what. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
But anyway, I met the first lineup except for Christopher, because Christopher was already out from the band.
There was Ragnar, I think.
Not yet. There was a guy that was in the band only for maybe a year. He was called Simon Anderson, and everybody called him Mr. Anderson, like in The Matrix. He was a nice guy. He just played with them for a tour, the Skarsik tour, and I met them on the tour. But there were John Langell on the drums, and also still Johan Hallgren on guitar, but also Frederick on keyboards, and that was amazing.
Great. But sometimes I pick a lot of singers from very different genres, because in symphonic metal I have like my personal favorites now, which are Florian Jansen. She's amazing because she can do many different styles, but with, also always with her voice and her personality. So she doesn't split herself, but she can have a lot of nuances in her voice. She do many from opera to some passive vocals. Oh, there was a connection problem, maybe. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit.
I really appreciate the versatility in music, because I think that maybe one person which doesn't have many shades in her voice could be boring, because it reminds of me at the beginning. I was very boring, so I want to be like that, you know. I appreciate challenges, so I always look for very technical singers too. Like I also study classical and baroque music, and there is Cecilia Bartoli, which is an amazing singer, very virtuoso singer. I really appreciate her for her technique. So I pick many different singers from different genres to learn the best from every one of them. So I don't have just one reference which I want to be just like this. No, I have so many references, and I pick all the good from them.
So I guess you also have a lot of influences from many different albums and bands, which brings us to the next question. Next question was, which are the albums and the bands that have influenced you the most during your musical growth? So you
I think
already
I was also answering to this one.
Yeah, because you already talked about Nightwish as well as of Pain of Salvation. So I think that's it.
Yes, many symphonic, progressive stuff with many different sonorities. There is also something really insane, which is Igor. I don't know if you know it.
Yeah.
It's composer who collaborates, who works with Laure Le Brunenet, which is an amazing singer. She's really strange because she can range from classical to scream. She's freaking amazing. In just one live performance, she started with this classical melody. Then she started screaming with electronic music. Okay. So I also sometimes I listen to strange stuff which amaze me in some way, but sometimes I listen to more easy listening stuff like musicals. I also like musical. I'm like bipolar. I don't know. I really like.
The question is, what genres you don't
You
like?
don't like.
I don't like mainstream pop music, except from some. When there is a very good pop song with a very good melody, I like it. But I don't listen to pop music so often. Maybe I like 80s pop music more than pop from 2000, because it doesn't have a followable melody. It doesn't have a very easy listening. I'm not listening to rap or trap. I don't know if I could like them if I listen to them, but I don't listen to them, so I'm ignorant. I'm not listening to these genres because I'm not so attracted to them. But maybe they could teach me something. I still don't know. But I prefer. I prefer genres which has a huge melodic element, because I'm a singer. And I like melodies. So in metal, I prefer symphonic, progressive metal stuff, or maybe also melodic death metal is interesting because it has a melody.
Yeah, okay.
And then I like musicals. I'm studying them. Sometimes I will do some other musical covers because they are fun. and also to sing musical, you have to have a very good breathing technique, but also for opera, I think are genres where you use a very safe technique, and also you have to be strong to dance, to have a good stage presence, which
Yeah,
in
of
metal
course.
is very important. You
Yeah.
you cannot beat like in classical music when you are like static. You have to
Yeah.
entertain the audience and to be also strong. I am really thin and so on, but I'm not feeling. Um, I have to be strong to be on stage.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
sometimes they ask me, how can you sing opera if you are thin and you have a little very little body, because I'm also really short. But it's a matter of resistance. It's not just a matter of size. Sometimes you should be very strong and resistant. I think you have to do also some physical activity to be a singer, because it helps a lot the breathing, the flow of the breathing.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I can get that it's the same for drumming actually,
yes, it's
because
very
it's
physical.
very
Yes,
physical. So you need to be trained absolutely and to be in
yes,
shape.
yes. And
Unless,
I also noticed it when I had the throat problem and so on, because I had to be in bed, not active and so on. When I started singing again, I was so angry because my body didn't respond, didn't give me a feedback. My body wasn't ready to sing again. So I was really angry, and I pushed it maybe also 10 hours a day because I was really angry. And then my body wasn't so happy about it. I have to say it, but I know I have to be trained to sing something which is difficult for the breathing. Also for the drumming, you cannot stop playing for many days.
yeah, yeah,
You just have to play every day.
yeah,
Otherwise,
absolutely.
your body
Yeah,
forgets things.
it's like going to the gym.
Yes.
If you don't train, it's like losing,
Yes.
muscles.
The muscles
Muscles.
memory. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So before going into the questions about your projects, there are some questions from our friends. Some of them are also
Yeah,
related to your project. So
yeah. Let's start
mm,
with this one from Stefano. I was impressed with the lyric of Tides of Entropy. What song did the album start taking shape from?
Thank you, the big band. It was the beginning of everything, but also the core of the album. So I started from it to build all the other songs and stuff. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Stefano. Heiko asks for you, which is your favorite Pink Floyd song or album? Bea, it was the first band I fell in love with.
There are many interesting songs, but maybe Comfortably Numb, because my father used to play it when I was little, and it's like a childhood memory for me.
for me as well, actually, my father is a big fan of Pink Floyd. And he plays guitar and he loves that song.
Okay, let's go on. Kyle, just remember I listened to Everything Goes On, Ego. That was a great
Mhm.
album.
It was a studio project, thank you, written by Gabriele Ceresini, which is a guitarist, composer from Italy. So I was just the vocalist in this project, along with Carmen from Ferrara. We were the vocalists, and the music was written by Gabriele, and it was just a studio project, not a live band, because of many reasons. And thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Very good. And he also asks for Yeah, that's Final Fantasy inspired band too, right? But I think we can talk about it in a
The
moment. Yeah,
cover band. We will talk about it
Uh-huh.
later, man. Stay
and
tuned.
stay tuned. And then, Andrea, interesting question: from acting as a mermaid, dancing, singing Final Fantasy theme songs, beside the constraint and ego, which talent, dance, sing, act, do you want to push even further in your career?
I think that singing will be my main path. But
Okay.
in singing, there are a lot of different shades of different sides which you can develop, which are stage presence, which is connected to dancing, and also lyrics and singing is always connected with acting. Singing, I think that singing is not just music, but also a form of acting because there are lyrics, there are feelings to express. So I think these things are all connected. And but in singing, I will also develop all these other aspects to be a complete singer.
Mhm.
And which talent we want to push even further. I think there is a thing which I'm really interested in, which is visual arts. I really like to transform what I have in my mind in images. So I like to write screenplays for the videos, always connected
Mhm.
with the constraint projects and so on. I don't know if I could be able to write maybe a screenplay for a movie. I'm more connected with the music, what music evokes in my mind. So I like writing screenplays for music videos.
Mhm.
Um, and maybe one day I will learn to maybe to draw properly to express these images I have in my mind. So I would like to develop these aspects of the arts, which can be used also in live, because you can do some visual stuff, projections. I don't know the proper words in English, but it's when you put some movies behind the concert, not movies, video
Mhm.
clips.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can put some visual stuff like the huge bands, not just the lights, not just study the lights, but
Yeah, yeah,
also the
yeah.
visual stuff. I would Yes, I would like to improve constraint shows with visual stuff, which you
Yeah.
can use in live and so on, which is something that is very difficult to do in maybe little clubs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In
Of
little clubs,
course.
you can do it in theaters, or maybe in Italy there is like Alcatraz or Estragon, but the little
Yeah,
clubs
yeah.
it's difficult to create a huge show with visual stuff, maybe with costumes, with acting and so on, because maybe the stage is little and you cannot do so much as you have in mind. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's
You.
also a matter of budget too, because I have a lot of things in my mind which are not which I cannot do yet because of the budget too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
There is another question, but I think we can read it later because it's about your one of your side projects.
Sì,
So,
sì, sì.
Simon, we can go on with our questions for a bit more.
Yeah. Let's go back to constraint.
Yes.
How the project was born? What are the story and the concept behind the project?
Uh, it was born when I was 15, but just as a jam session band in the rehearsal room. But then
Okay.
it developed. It really developed. I just when I recorded the first album, I just did a phone call to the other guys and tell them, why don't we record this songs we've written, okay. And it was, the first album was just a mix of songs which we wrote when we were teenagers.
Mhm.
So it wasn't a very planned album. But the
Okay.
second one, there is a new lineup because many musicians were not so motivated and they left the band. So
Okay.
in the band enter new musicians which believed
Mhm.
a lot more in the project, and we
Okay.
planned the second album. So I consider the second album like the very first
First. Okay.
mature one. The first one was just an album of many songs written when we were teenagers in the rehearsal room and so on. So but when I had to give the name to the band when I was 15 at the first concert, I decided Constraint because it represents the human condition. So I
Okay.
already had in mind the theme of the existential theme of the songs. And then it took shape with the help of the other guys, of the new musicians. But I already had something in mind as a lyricist.
Okay, that's great. So you said that you started with some jam sessions, something like that, and then this changed a little bit. Would you like to talk us about the songwriting process of the band? How do you
Yes,
usually come up with your ideas?
we are 6 composers, so it's very hard to
Okay.
to compose all together. But sometimes maybe I come up with a vocal line. Sometimes the guitarist comes up with his ideas. Sometimes the violinist comes up with orchestral ideas. We take this idea from one person, but
Okay.
and then we develop it all together. But in Tides of Entropy, there are um, some reviews told us that songs are different from each other. There's not just one style, just because maybe Einmal Kaimal was written by what started by the guitarist, from the
Okay.
guitarist. Broken Threads started from the violinist. The big band started from me. Leben is Leben started from the keyboard player. So it's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little heterogeneous, you know. So we start from one instinctive idea
Okay.
from one band member, then we develop
Okay.
it in a more structured way. Because I think the first idea should be instinctual, should come from inspiration, shouldn't be
Yeah.
like I just write some notes by chance. No, 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 no. The first idea should be from inspiration. Then the arrangement process can be something more technical, more cold, you know, less inspired. The arrangement process is something more technical for me,
Yeah.
less connected to the instinct. So we start from instinct and then we develop the idea, because big band would not be big band without the arrangement. Because
Okay.
my idea was just the vocal line, which was something was, yes, it gives you the idea of the song, the mood, and so on, but it's not the complete song. We need everybody in the band. Everybody is important, not just as musician, but also as person, as what he has inside. We are not
Okay.
a group of session musicians, but
Yeah.
it's really important. The contribute of everyone is extremely important. So I'm really connected with my band members because of that, because we are not just people who play together, but everyone gives the contribute to this family, you know, this music
Family.
family.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes,
It's like
it's really important.
a great living being.
Yes, entity. Yes, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And how how do you get inspiration? Do you train it, or you have some moments in during your daytime where just have this kind of insight and you have the idea?
I think insights, you have to give space for the insight. Maybe a
Okay.
walk outside. When I walk outside, I think very much. Also, when I listen to music, I walk outside. There is a moment of rest, and also sometimes when you are playing the piano, maybe for exercise or to play something, then you come up with new melodies. I think
Yeah.
you should give the space and time for your inspiration. So you
Yeah.
have to create some moments, maybe not every day, because maybe someone doesn't have time every day to do this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
sometimes, yes, you just have to, maybe you say in your studying session, you you dedicate some, I don't know, half an hour to your inspiration, to your new ideas. But there are some
Okay.
days, there are some days when you are not inspired. I know there are some days when maybe I'm angry or I have some problems. I'm not inspired. When I'm more relaxed but also melancholic, there are different types of sadness. The sadness related to apathy, that is not good, but the sadness related to melancholy, nostalgia, and so on is very good for creativity. So not desperation, but this little sadness, this little life pain, so on. It's very useful for creativity.
It's a sort of saudade, the Brazilian would say.
Yeah,
Something like that.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. Let's talk about live performances with constraint. Okay.
Yes.
Can you recall for us some memories of your first live performance with
Oh my
constraint?
God.
And
Yes.
what's your best live performance ever?
Oh my God. The first one, I was like terrified. I was like that all the time, like that, with the microphone, and I couldn't move because I was terrified. And we played a lot of strange, different covers. We still didn't have our music,
Okay.
but no. We started composing the music a few months later.
Later.
We just
Okay.
had to practice, rehearse. The first times were just covers. And I remember that our keyboard player wasn't there because he was like, he had a bad note at school, and their parents didn't allow him to come because he was like 13 or 14, he was in the school. He didn't come. I just played the intro of Nemo from Nightwish, with the piano. Then I went away because I couldn't really play the piano, and I started singing. It was a disaster, a complete disaster, because I was playing just the intro of the songs, and then I went away to sing, and it was really fun. I have some recording from this concert. When I listen to them, I just think I didn't have a very good technique at the time, and I just laugh because it was fun. There were a lot of friends from us which were really enthusiastic, but we sucked basically because we were little. We just start playing.
Well, but anytime you watch the video, you can always say, "Well, I improved a lot."
No, there was just an audio recording from the mixed
Okay,
video.
okay. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, because I wanted to laugh even more, but it's a pity. And the best one, I don't know, maybe the last one, but I was sick. I didn't have coronavirus, but I was sick. I do a lot of concerts when I am sick. I don't know why, because maybe I get stressed. But it was really fun because we managed to play the new songs, and it was just before the lockdown, the last concert. But I think that the good ones are yet to come, because I want to play the new song. I really want to play the new songs, because playing the old songs doesn't feel so so energetic, you know.
Mm.
The last
Yeah.
one was amazing, even though I was sick.
Yeah, we are in the same situation because we released an album in May, but we never play the songs live. So
Let's
we
hope
are,
that we can play them in the
yeah,
near future, very near
we
future.
are looking forward to it.
Let's hope so.
Okay. Do we have some comments here, Mauro?
Yes, there are 2 comments from a pretty active Heiko.
Mm-hmm. Also about Chocobo Band.
Are there
Okay.
other interesting guest singers on the new Chocobo album you can already reveal?
Maybe I can speak about it later.
Okay,
Maybe.
perfect.
Okay.
The second,
Will you
will you
start?
start another crowdfunding campaign for your new Constraint album?
The new Constraint album is still not ready, so we will think about it when it is. So we will think what to do with this new album. We didn't even record it, you know. Still a work in progress. We are just writing the songs, so we don't know.
Okay.
By the way, this question is really linked to our next question for you about the constraint. That it's supposed to be, what are the plans for you and constraints in the near future?
Playing the second album live, maybe.
Okay.
I would like to do some gigs abroad too, because we just played in Italy for now, and I think we should tour Europe. And then we are already writing the third album, and then we will record it. But there are some other projects like making the videos for the second album, other videos, which I have in mind, and we will shoot them in the near future.
Okay. Okay. That's great. In the meanwhile, let's say hello to our friend Mark Holcomb that just
Hi, Mark.
reached us. Hi, Mark. How are you
Hi,
doing?
Mark.
We're doing great. So we have Beatrice Bini. For those who connected right now, Beatrice is the singer for the band Constraint. We are so happy to have her with us. We are talking a little bit about her career and her projects. And let's see where this will go. So, next question is actually about your other projects. So you are also the singer for Chocobo Band. That is a band inspired by the music of Final Fantasy video games.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the project?
Okay, the project started as a live instrumental band inspired by the Black Mages. And then I went to Mike's studio, which is the boss of Chocobo, to record the first demo of Constraint. So he heard me, and then he asked me, "Do you want to sing some ballads from Final Fantasy just as guest?" And I said, "Okay." And then the project became more and more serious. We upgraded a lot because we started as a live band, but then we started to pick some themes from the game and to rearrange it from scratch. And they became progressive metal songs with male and female vocals, which you will hear in the second album. Because this first metal album, which we are recording, they are cover songs rearranged, but they are the most famous songs in the video game. And then we will record this other album, which will contain original arrangements. So I think it will be a very good upgrade for us. So we will not just be a tribute band, but we will also do original stuff, and not be just a live band, but also create some music. So it's becoming even more interesting for me, because at the beginning I was just singing 2 or 3 songs as guest, and then they included me more and more and more in the project, and
Okay.
now it's really fun to sing the new song. So I really hope you will like the new songs and the covers, but you will have to be patient because we are working on hard on these albums, and there was also the lockdown, so the plans had to be changed a little bit. And now we almost finished the recording session of the first one with the choir. Heiko saw some pictures on Facebook of the choir. We just revealed the male guests, but there are also female guests, which Heiko might know, and you will see it soon. I think that we will reveal them very, very soon.
Okay. In the meanwhile, guys, you can check in the link that we are showing right now on the banner. You can check out Chocobo Band, which is the main side project of Beatrice, besides Constraint. Do you have any other side projects that you would like to talk about, Beatrice?
I did just the vocals for Ego, but it was just one album. Unfortunately, Ego, I think, won't do any other albums. Then I will be the guest in other projects, which I will reveal soon, but just not just a project. Not which are not mine. I will be a guest.
Okay.
Then I will do some covers as usual for fun for my channel. So on, because I really care about Constraint and Chocobo Band, which are very important for me, and I will put all my energy in these projects. Then I will do some guest vocals, but just for temporary guest stuff. And then I will also try the soloist career in Baroque music, which
Okay.
which I'm studying at the conservatory.
Okay.
I think I will go on studying this repertoire, but I have to decide exactly where to study it. Maybe not in Italy. I don't know. I have to decide, but I will go on studying also this classical stuff.
Okay.
You know, I think it's really useful for my technique too. It's like the
Okay.
gym. It's really important for me to study very technical stuff because it helps me a lot in all the other genres.
Yeah,
So I
of
think
course.
I will do solo guest stuff, but I will keep always my two main projects.
Okay, a lot of stuff is going on for you. That's great.
Okay. In the meanwhile, also, guys, I just put down the links for Constraint.
Thank you.
Okay. And also, you can follow Beatrice on her social pages for anything
Thank
she's
you.
going as a solo artist. So there's
you.
a lot of stuff that you can check out from her, and that is really interesting. So
Thank
check it
you.
out, guys.
Check it out.
I have a question for you. You have a band playing songs inspired from Final Fantasy, but are you a fan of a Final Fantasy? Do you play video games or not?
I'm a kind of nerd,
Okay.
but when I was little, my parents never bought me video games. But I
Okay.
am keeping up and trying to enter this world, which is really fascinating. I love the music of Final Fantasy. I love the world of Final Fantasy, but I didn't have the possibility to play when I was a little girl. I just studied, and but I'm really fascinated in this word by this word, really a lot. I'm trying just to do what I haven't done when I was a teenager. So I'm exploring this word. I'm really attracted by the music, the atmosphere, and the word, but I'm trying to keep it up. Also with video games, but I never was a gamer because of this, because I didn't have the possibility. But I'm a nerd in science fiction stuff and some series and some other stuff, you know. But I really like this word.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I don't know, I don't do, is cosplay.
Okay, okay.
I've never done it because I prefer to sing.
Well, actually,
For,
this answer is really related to the next one that we were going to ask
Ah,
you. That it was supposed to be which are your hobbies and interests besides music. So you are telling us that you are in this science fiction, fantasy stuff. So
yes, I really like visual arts, photography. I would like to create also clothes because
mhm,
I also created some dresses, which is very fun. But I have to learn the technique. I still have to
mm-hmm.
learn the technique. In my free time, I will try to learn it. And I really like movies, like film history. I think the world of cinema is really fascinating,
mhm,
really, really fascinating. Also, I like writing. I write
mhm.
mostly lyrics for Constraint, but I also wrote stuff in Italian like poetry and so on. But I don't take it so seriously. And then for now, I also like. I really like culture. Really like. I'm curious. I really like to explore, to know many things about art, and about a lot of stuff. Sometimes I also have fun, maybe cooking stuff. I like doing creative things. Also, I'm learning to photograph and to do videos and to edit videos. I'm not a video maker, but I'm having fun doing this stuff because they are also related to music. My
Yeah.
last, in my last cover of Epica, I had fun doing the montage of the video and dancing and do strange stuff like growl and makeup and so on. So I'm trying to do my best in other sides of the art, but I think my main quality is singing. So I'm trying also to develop other stuff, but
Keeping singing
step
in the
by step.
center. Oh,
Step
yeah.
by step.
Okay, okay. Well, there is Kyle that says, "Cool, I got to start playing Final Fantasy games. The demo for the remake of 7 was fun, and also he wants to ask you any sci-fi films you like.
The classic ones, you know,
Star
the
Wars.
milestones. Yes, absolutely, yes. And
Hmm.
then also some film from Nolan, like Interstellar, like
Okay.
Inception is sci-fi, yes. And I really like
I
Space
think so.
Odyssey, which is the ancient milestone of science fiction, A Space Odyssey from
Oh,
Kubrick.
yeah, yeah.
It's a really strange movie, but it's amazing. And also now I'm a little bit tired, but yes, these ones I really like them. Uh, I'm starting to think about other. There is a very disquieting series on Netflix, which is Black Mirror. I don't know if
Wow,
you
yeah.
I like the first seasons. The last one, no, but the first one are really mind blowing.
Yeah, yes, it is.
really disquieting, but also mind blowing. I think that Netflix offers a lot of amazing stuff in this time. The TV, no, but Netflix, yes. So I'm also following other series which are very different from science fiction stuff. But many friends of mine advise me to watch Dark. Do you know it?
Yes, I started to watch it. I'm at 8th episode from the first season. It's very strange.
I want to watch it because people think I will like it. It's my next one.
I didn't understand nothing yet about it, but I think
Also, Stranger Things is cool.
yeah.
Stranger Things on Netflix, which is a science fiction series.
Did you see it, Simon? Stranger Things?
No.
Not
I
yet.
No, you should.
Unfortunately, I don't have Netflix, but
No.
I should do it because I'm just watching TV series on Amazon Prime and movies, but there is so much stuff on Netflix that I would like to see, like The Witcher. I would like to see Sense8. They told me about Sense8 from the Wachowski sisters, but also they said it's very interesting, and also Black Mirror,
Yes.
Stranger Things. I would like to say because I'm really
Stranger Things is amazing because it's a blend of horror and comedy also, and it's really inspired from the 80s movies.
Okay.
It's really fun. It's really thrilling, well written, and the acting also is cool. The kids are really cool.
And also I watched Vikings on Amazon Prime. Is my
Yes, I am also watching Vikings.
That's amazing for me. Actually, right now, probably is my favorite one because I like so much the character of historical stuff, and I like so much the figure of Ragnar Lothbrok.
Yes, Ragnar is amazing.
He's a model of leadership and of charismatic guy, and I love this stuff. And also, I just finished Mr. Robot. Really cool.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow at the beginning, but episode by episode, it becomes really intriguing, and it really ends in a good way. Let's say I don't want to spoil it.
No, don't spoil it.
The series work very, very, very well. And there is a question from Jackson. I see that. Here.
Hey, Beatrice, quick question. What is the best career advice you have ever gotten?
Career advice. Nobody gives me career advice. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. No, I'm joking. But I know what to do. But it's strange stuff, it's stuff which doesn't give you a big financial support. So I'm a stupid. I just do strange stuff which nobody listens to. No, I'm joking. Jackson, you could give me a career advice. Maybe I become rich.
Come on, Jackson. Give us an advice. And there is a curious question from Stefano. To all three guys, if you want to answer, do you remember your very first album or single song you bought?
Yeah, I remember very well. It's
it's
Reload from Metallica. Yeah, I was a big fan for Metallica back in the days, but I didn't know that Reload is a bad album. I was 13. I just saw Metallica in the CD store, and I just wanted to buy it, and that was the only album of Metallica that I found, and maybe that's the reason. That's the reason why that was the only album left of Metallica, is because it sucks. Actually, Reload is not a good album. Beside a couple of songs which I like very much, Fuel is a good song, and also Unforgiven 2 are very good songs from Metallica from Reload album, but there are a lot of better songs from them.
I think I've already said this in another live chat, but I bought my first cassette, and it was Spice Girls' first album. Yeah, and I was very
Yes.
happy because I was in love with Victoria.
I was born in an age where YouTube and internet were very popular. So I discovered my favorite bands with YouTube. It was a strange inverted process. So I think the first CD I bought was The Dark Side of the Moon from Pink Floyd, because I wanted to have it. It was just a milestone, but not because I was discovering the band through the CD. I just discovered the bands through YouTube, because it was maybe my older friends of mine discovered the bands through the CDs. So
you are so young.
Yeah. I discovered band through MTV, guys.
We
MTV.
are so old.
So it maybe the first CD I bought didn't have I don't know, so much an emotional value as someone who discovers the music through the CD. Well, I usually buy the CDs after I listen to them.
Just to have
I
it.
listen to them on Spotify or on YouTube, then I buy them.
Yeah.
Process.
That's it.
And I really think we should support artists by buying the physical CDs, but maybe it doesn't work like in the past, where you go to the store and you just pick a CD. Before the bands nowadays have to have their music online, because it's the thing that people can discover, then they can buy their CD. But I think we should put also the music on Spotify and so on, even if it's not so rewarding financially, but it's the means that everybody use in these times.
It's the only way. It's one of
And
the...
I used to do this. I do it. I don't go to the CD store and pick up a CD by chance. Before I listen to it, if I like it, I buy them. I don't know if I'm explaining well.
Anyway, listening to a band with Spotify or YouTube is another way to support a band. It's the easiest.
Yes.
It's the easiest way to support. It's the cheapest way to support the band.
But if you really like a band, you should go to their live concerts. And I think the live concerts are the real essence of the band. And you can understand if the band is a good band or not in the live concert. So I think the most important things right now is live.
Live music.
Even if there is the coronavirus and so on. But I really can't wait to perform live, because you can understand the quality of the band just when you see it live. Because nowadays there are a lot of digital stuff you can do with the editing and so on. So maybe when you listen to a band, you are not sure if they are really so good or not. Maybe
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, Andre says, back then we had few options to discover some new band. Now we have so many ways, so many bands, so many projects. In my opinion, nowadays is even harder.
Yes, because it's difficult to understand if a band really has the quality, the potential, because everyone can record an album. Even if they are not able to play or sing, they can record it and publish them online, and fans have an hard time understanding which are the best quality bands, because everybody can publish a CD.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, I think we are near to the end of this pleasing chat with you, Beatrice. So usually we finish with a final speech for our friends, for our fans, for the people that is watching us. So would you like to say something, to say some good advice to our friends?
I'm really glad for this chat, and I thank you very much for inviting me. It was fun. It was really fun, even if I cannot speak, and sometimes I speak too much and then I get lost. But thank you so much. And we would advise everybody to support you and to go to live concerts, please, because they are our life. For me, it's the most important thing to connect with the audience, with the other friends, with the other bands, and so on. And then I thank everybody who asks the questions and supports us and supports music and little bands like Constraints and so on. Thank you.
Thanks to you. So, guys, please be careful with this fucking Corona stuff. So, as fast as we can go back to normality, we can go back to live shows and to keep on living with our, our passion, which is music. So, in the meanwhile, you can support all of our projects by listening to our music, or to, by buying our merchandise, whatever you want, in the way that you prefer, the easiest to you, and check out anything you can from for Beatrice. So Constraint, Chocobo Band, also the band Ego, the project Ego, everything goes on, and also our personal pages, so you can check out all of her works solo. And I see that there are a little more comments for this ending part. Andre say exactly, Spotify has no loudness. Most of the talent of the band are gone away. Only live you can have the full experience. See you sing, act, dance, and that's why we said
live is very important.
Be careful, so we can go back to live.
Yes.
Gerd,
Constraints were great. Hope to see some more shows soon.
Because he came to our last concert before the lockdown, and thank you, Gerd. It was very fun.
He was lucky to see you the last before the COVID.
Yes, it was the only concert where we played the new songs.
Oh, okay.
So he was lucky. Yes, the only one.
Okay, and Yessi, I look forward to checking out your music.
Thank you. I hope you like it.
So, thank you, Yessi, thank you, Kyle, thank you, Stefano, thank you, Mark, thank you, Aiko, Jackson, thanks everybody for being with us tonight. See you next week, and see you on Monday. We will have a nice chat with Julia Elenoir from 5 Rand. Hopefully, also Julia, our singer, will be with us. We'll see that. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, so you can be updated on everything we will do for the next live chat. And remember also to subscribe to every channel of Beatrice Bini project. And thanks again for being with us. Have an awesome day or an awesome night or an awesome afternoon, whatever, based on where you are right now in the world. And thanks for being with us. Stay Raven, stay metal, and bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Beatrice.